Hello, once again, everybody. Heather Tamerlane with another Obscurity in Miniature. We're really digging through the whole Dark Age collection here. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Saint Luke. And I want to say he belongs to either the Forsaken or the Prevailers. And I don't remember which, but he doesn't look like he's going to be too complicated. And I keep having this weird feeling that at one point in history, I saw him in resin. Please forgive the paint all over my fingers, but you know what? I don't know what I'm talking about half the time anyway. So, let us take a look at the Saint. Our saintly figure here is composed of an entire 2 pieces. I like that. That requires a lot less work on my part. As is the case with most Dark Age figures, he is covered in tattered stuff like rags and filth. I mean, he's just got like busted up chain mail here. He's got the typical, I don't know what this stuff going on here, bolts and stuff attached to him, chain mail. He is a very junky robot looking dude, but he's not actually a robot. There is a person in here if I remember correctly. Of course, I could be totally wrong. So his other piece consists of his big giant cannon. And the reason I keep saying I think I've seen another version of him, I swear there was a version that had multiple weapon options, or maybe I'm just thinking of one of the robots that went along with him, which is very well possible. Yeah, this is St. Luke. Maybe it was in the starter set? I don't know. Anyway, let me see if I can figure out how to put this guy together, and surprisingly, he did not come with a base. Let's take a look at the card and see if it says anything about that. I know on the newer cards they actually do have the size written. Are you guys seeing anything? Because I'm not. Well then, I'm going to assume. Here, wait. There's another card. What's this one? Ah, see, look at that. Look at that. There's a picture of him with a spear. I'm not going crazy. There is a version for hand-to-hand combat. Okay, well, cool mini. Once again, I seem to be missing stuff, but this figure is so old that I'm not even going to worry about it. It's not that big a deal. We're going to build him with the blaster anyway. So, give me a sec, and we will put him together and see what he looks like with cannon in hand. Oh, all right. I got it all set up, and he fell apart. Awesome. All right, well, I guess we're not going to bother. You know what? The more I look at this guy, the more I think that he's already been built by somebody else. I know I got him off of eBay a long time ago, but you'll notice it looks like there's a seam right here where his arm was already glued on. So, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I did it and I forgot. It's quite possible. Anyway, so St. Luke himself is actually a pretty big guy. I put him on a 40mm base there. Here we have Warlord Hodge, I believe his name was, another Dark Age figure. But how do they stack up compared to some of the other stuff? Because honestly, looking at this guy right here, St. Luke is like the perfect Mechanicum, whatever, the Castellans or some kind of Servitor or something like that. Or hell, throw him in as some kind of a Chaos Mutant. So we got our typical GW Marine here. Obviously, you can see that the Saint is a much larger and imposing figure. There we go. If I can get the camera to stay steady. Possibly. We'll see. Sorry. We're trying to adjust to the tripod here, and it's taking some time. So, again, good size figure. I mean, you could use him as some kind of a mech. He's got that weird, funky head. Reminds me of like the rays for the Scarred. I don't know what's going on there. Some kind of a helmet, maybe. I grabbed some Fallout figures just to see what he looks like in comparison. As you can see, they are quite minuscule compared to him. I grabbed a power armor, so even that, it's kind of small in comparison to him. Whoa, not the Marine, the power armor from Fallout. Any other figures I've got laying around that it might be a wise comparison to? Let's see. My finger gets in the way. Get that out of the way. Again, my typical stand-in of a normal painted Dark Age figure. Oh, you know what? I do have some Eden figures. Give me a sec here. Let's get the Fallout guys out of the way. So if you're in the need for a good post-apocalyptic mech-looking dude or just a big burly power armor guy, here's some of the Eden figures. These are Resistance guys from the Resistance faction. Typical kind of junky scavenger types. But again, I mean, they're a little bit larger than the typical Dark Age figure. They're more about 32mm than 30mm. But, we'll spill coffee there. That wouldn't have been good. Even so, our Saint there is quite the big fella. You know, let's just see. I've got a Gates of Antares. Are these the Gar? I don't remember. Should do a video on them soon. So again, if you want to have him be some kind of an alien invader leader, like I've said many times before with the Dark Age figures, they're really great for not only their own game. The cards that came with this guy, as I had said earlier, those were the old version. They do have more updated ones, but the cool thing is most of those cards are also free online if you go to the Dark Age website. And hopefully Cool Mini is going to get back on to releasing stuff for it in the near future. And if not, there's a lot of cool, interesting figures already in the line. So again, check them out. Very cool stuff. Dark Age, St. Luke, High Lord Tamerlane, Obscurities and Miniatures. Bye-bye.